Welcome to Lento English. Ready to level up your English? Here we learn through stories, slow, clear, and fun. Listen, relax, and enjoy the journey.
One introduction. Think about the foods you eat every day. Do you like a sweet taste? Most people do. Sugar is a very common ingredient. It is in many things we eat and drink. You might find it in your morning cereal, your favorite cookie, and even in some savory dishes. We see sugar often, but do we truly understand what it is? Do we know what it does inside our bodies? Sugar is popular because it makes food taste good. Food companies use it a lot. You can find sugar in many everyday items like bread, yogurt, and salad dressing. It is not just in sweets. We consume sugar daily, sometimes without knowing how much. It often seems like a simple part of our food, but is sugar completely harmless? Is it always good for us? This book will help you understand sugar better. It will answer questions about this common ingredient. We will start by looking at what sugar actually is. We will learn where it comes from. Most importantly, we will explore how sugar acts inside our body. Is it only a basic source of energy, or can it have other, more complex effects? Understanding sugar is key for good health. Knowing more can help you make smarter choices about what you eat. We will learn about different types of sugar. We will see how to find sugar on food labels. We will also talk about how your body processes and uses sugar. What happens when you eat a little sugar? What happens when you eat a lot? We will cover these important topics in the chapters that follow. This first chapter sets the stage for our learning. It is about becoming more aware of what we put into our bodies. By the end of this book, you will have a clearer picture of sugar's role in your diet and health. You will be able to make informed decisions for a healthier and more balanced life. Let's begin this important journey together. 2. What is sugar? Sugar is a type of molecule called a carbohydrate. Our bodies use carbohydrates for energy. They are like fuel for your body to work, helping you run, play, and think. Not all sugars are the same. We can talk about two main kinds, natural and added sugars. It is important to know the difference. Natural sugars are found in foods like fruits and milk. For example, fruit has a natural sugar called fructose. Milk has a natural sugar called lactose. These sugars come with other good things in the food. When you eat an apple, you get natural sugar plus fiber, vitamins, and water. These extra parts are good for your health and help your body use the sugar slowly. Added sugars are different. These are sugars people put into foods and drinks when they make them. They add sugar to make things taste much sweeter. You find added sugars in many processed foods like cookies, candy, sweet drinks, and some breads and sauces. These often come without the helpful fiber or vitamins that natural sugars do. Where does sugar come from? The story of sugar began thousands of years ago. People in places like Southeast Asia first found sugar cane. They would chew on the raw plant because it tasted sweet. Later, people learned how to turn the sweetness into small crystals. This made it easier to move and use. This happened around 500 years before the time of Christ in places like India and China. Today, most sugar comes from two main plants, sugar cane and sugar beets. Now let's look closer at two important simple sugars, glucose and fructose. These are like the basic building blocks of many sugars we eat. Glucose is a simple sugar very important for our bodies. It is the main type of sugar your body uses for energy. Every cell in your body can use glucose as fuel. When you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose. Fructose is another simple sugar. It is the main sugar found in fruits and also in honey. While glucose is used by all your body's cells for energy, fructose is mostly handled by one special organ, your liver. Understanding these two simple sugars helps us learn how different types of sugar affect our bodies. Three sugar in our food. Many people think sugar is only in sweet foods like candy, cakes, and fizzy drinks. However, sugar is actually hidden in many other foods that you might eat every day. You can find it in surprising places, such as bread, breakfast cereals, yogurt, and even salad dressings. It is also common in sauces for pasta or stir-fries and in packaged soups. Sometimes these foods do not even taste very sweet, but they still contain added sugar. This means we often eat sugar without even knowing it, making it hard to track how much we are consuming. Food companies add sugar to their products for several reasons. One main reason is to make food taste better. Sugar can make food more appealing and delicious, often making people want to eat more of it. But taste is not the only reason. Sugar also works as a preservative. This means it can help food stay fresh for a longer time on the shelf. Imagine jams or canned fruits. Sugar helps keep them from spoiling quickly. Another reason is for texture. Sugar can make foods feel different in your mouth. For example, it can make baked goods soft or give a crunchy snack a better feel. It can also help with the color of food, making it look more appealing, like giving bread a golden crust. Because sugar is in so many places, it is important to learn how to find it on food labels. When you pick up a food package, look at the nutrition information panel. You will see a line for sugars. This number tells you how much sugar is in one serving of the food. But there is a trick. Sugar can have many different names. Food companies sometimes use these other names, so it might not always say sugar directly. This can make it tricky to understand the real sugar content. You need to be a detective to spot all the sugar. Some common names for added sugar include high fructose corn syrup, which is a liquid sweetener often found in soft drinks and processed foods. You might also see dextrose, fructose, glucose, lactose, or maltose. These are all types of simple sugars. Other names can be sucrose, corn syrup, fruit juice concentrates, molasses, and cane sugar. Look for any word ending in "-ose", as this often indicates a sugar. If you see these words listed near the top of the ingredients list, it means there is a lot of that type of sugar in the food. Learning these names can help you make better choices about what you eat and control your sugar intake. 4. How your body uses sugar. When you eat food, your body begins an important process. It works to break down the food into smaller parts. This breaking down helps your body get the energy it needs to do everything, from running and playing to thinking and even sleeping. One of the main ways your body gets this energy is from sugar. Specifically, it uses a type of sugar called glucose. Glucose is the main fuel for almost every cell in your body. Think of your body as a large machine with many small parts, and each part needs power to work. Glucose is that power. When you eat foods that contain carbohydrates such as bread, fruit, or vegetables, your digestive system breaks them down. During this process, many carbohydrates are changed into glucose. This glucose then moves into your bloodstream. Once in your blood, glucose travels throughout your entire body. It reaches every organ, every muscle, and every tiny cell. But glucose cannot just enter a cell on its own. It needs a special helper. This helper is a hormone called insulin. Insulin is made by a small organ called the pancreas. When insulin is present, it acts like a key, unlocking the doors of your cells. This allows glucose to move from your blood into the cells. Inside the cells, glucose is then used to create energy. This energy powers all the important jobs your body does every second of every day. Sometimes, you eat more food than your body needs for immediate energy. When there is extra glucose in your blood, your body is smart and stores it for later. A very important organ that helps with this storage is your liver. The liver takes the extra glucose and changes it into a stored form called glycogen. It can hold a good amount of glycogen, like a personal energy reserve. When your body needs energy but you haven't eaten for a while or during times of activity, the liver steps in. It can break down the stored glycogen back into glucose. Then it releases this glucose into your bloodstream. This careful process helps to keep your blood sugar levels stable. Having steady blood sugar is important because it means your cells always have a constant supply of fuel. So the liver plays a key role in making sure your body has the energy it needs, exactly when it needs it. 5. A special kind of sugar. In earlier chapters, we learned about glucose. Glucose is a simple sugar that gives energy to almost all the cells in our body. But there is another important simple sugar called fructose. Fructose is different from glucose in some key ways. You can find fructose naturally in fruits, honey, and some vegetables. It is what makes these foods taste sweet. However, fructose is also a big part of added sugars, like high fructose corn syrup, which food companies put in many processed foods and drinks. This is where most people get a lot of their fructose today. The main difference between glucose and fructose is how our bodies use them. When we eat glucose, many different parts of our body can use it for energy right away. Our muscles, brain, and other organs all take glucose from our blood, but with fructose, the story is a bit different. Almost all the fructose we eat goes straight to one special organ, the liver. The liver is like a busy factory, and it has to process nearly all the fructose that enters our body. Other cells do not use fructose as easily as they use glucose. When the liver gets a small amount of fructose, like from a piece of fruit, it can handle it easily. It can turn some of it into glucose for energy or store it for later. But what happens when the liver gets too much fructose? Imagine that busy factory suddenly gets a huge delivery of raw materials, more than it can process quickly. The liver becomes very busy. It tries to work with all the fructose. Because most other cells in the body do not use fructose for energy, the liver has a lot to do by itself. When there is too much fructose, the liver starts to change it into something else. It turns the extra fructose into fat. This fat can then stay inside the liver. Over time, if a person eats too much fructose regularly, especially from added sugars, this can lead to a buildup of fat in the liver. This buildup is sometimes called liver fat. Having too much fat in the liver is not good for our health. It can make the liver work less well and cause other health problems. This shows us why understanding how fructose is processed helps us make better choices about how much added sugar we eat. It is not just about calories, it is about how the body handles different sugars. 6. What too much sugar does. Eating a little sugar now and then is usually fine. Our bodies can handle small amounts. But what happens if we eat too much sugar every day for a long time? This can start to cause problems for our health. It's like a car that runs on fuel. A little fuel is good, but too much of the wrong kind can damage the engine over time. One big effect of too much sugar is weight gain. When we eat foods with a lot of added sugar, they often have many calories but few other good things like vitamins or fiber. Imagine 2 plates of food. One has a piece of fruit and some vegetables. The other has a sugary drink and a candy bar. Both might have a similar number of calories, but the fruit and vegetables give your body important nutrients to stay strong and healthy. The sugary drink and candy bar mostly give you quick energy that your body might not need right away. This extra energy, if not used, can turn into fat. This is why we say that not all calories are the same. Calories from added sugar are often empty calories because they do not bring many health benefits. Over many years, eating a lot of added sugar can lead to serious health issues. It can make your body less able to control its blood sugar levels, which can cause other problems. It can also be bad for your heart. A diet high in added sugar can increase the risk of heart disease, which is a very serious condition. Your body works hard to keep everything in balance, but too much sugar makes this job very difficult. Another interesting thing about sugar is how it affects our brain. When you eat sugar, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel good. This feeling can make you want more sugar. For some people, this can become a strong desire, almost like an addiction. They might find it hard to stop eating sugary foods, even when they know it's not good for them. It's like the brain gets used to the good feeling and keeps asking for it. This can make it tricky to cut down on sugar, even if you want to. So, while sugar can give us a quick boost and taste good, having too much of it regularly can harm our bodies in many ways. It can lead to extra weight, increase the risk of serious illnesses, and even change how our brain works. Understanding these effects is the first step to making better choices for a healthier life. It's not about stopping all sugar, but about knowing the difference and choosing wisely. 7. How to eat less sugar. It is time to learn how to eat less sugar. Making small changes can help a lot. The first step is to look at what you drink. Many sodas, fruit juices, and sweet teas have a lot of added sugar. Try to choose water instead. You can add a slice of lemon or cucumber to your water for flavor. Unsweetened tea or coffee are also good choices. If you like milk, choose plain milk without added flavors. Next, think about your food. Many breakfast foods like cereals and yogurts have sugar. Choose plain oatmeal or unsweetened yogurt. You can add fresh fruit, nuts, or a little cinnamon for taste. When you bake, try to use less sugar than the recipe says. Often, you can reduce it by 1/4 or even 1/3 without noticing a big difference. Eating whole foods is very important. Whole foods are foods that are not changed much from their natural state. Examples are fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. These foods naturally contain fiber. Fiber is good for your body because it helps you feel full for longer. It also slows down how fast sugar goes into your blood. This means your energy stays more steady. Think about the difference between eating a whole fruit and drinking fruit juice. A whole apple has fiber. This fiber helps your body process the natural sugar in the apple slowly. It also makes you feel full. But when you drink apple juice, most of the fiber is gone. Without the fiber, the sugar in the juice enters your body very quickly. This can be similar to drinking a sugary soda. So it is always better to eat a whole fruit than to drink its juice. To make smart choices, remember what you learned about food labels. Look for the added sugars line on the nutrition information. Try to choose foods with zero or very little added sugar. Also, remember that sugar has many different names. Words like dextrose, maltose, and corn syrup all mean sugar. Be careful when you see these names high up on the ingredient list. Reducing sugar does not mean you can never enjoy a sweet treat. It means being more aware of the hidden sugars in everyday foods. By choosing whole foods, drinking water, and reading labels, you can take control of your sugar intake. These small steps can lead to a healthier and happier you. 8. A sweeter life. We have come to the end of our journey about sugar. We have learned many important things. We know that sugar is a type of carbohydrate and our bodies use it for energy. We also learned that not all sugars are the same. There are natural sugars, like those found in fruits and milk, which come with good things like fiber and vitamins. Then there are added sugars, which food companies put into many products to make them taste sweeter or last longer. These added sugars are the ones we need to watch out for. We saw how added sugar can hide in many foods, not just sweets. Reading food labels and knowing different names for sugar can help us find it. We also understood how our bodies react to too much added sugar. It can give us a quick energy boost, but then we might feel tired. Over time, too much added sugar can lead to health problems, like gaining too much weight or feeling tired often. It can also affect how our brain feels. The good news is that we can make changes. Eating less added sugar can bring many positive changes to your life. You might feel more energetic throughout your day. Your mood can become more stable and you might sleep better at night. Your body will thank you too. You can keep a healthier weight more easily and your heart will be stronger. Your taste buds will also change, and you will start to enjoy the natural sweetness of fruits and vegetables even more. This shift can lead to a feeling of greater well-being every single day. Remember, the goal is not to remove all sugar from your diet. That would be very hard, and natural sugars in whole foods are good for you. The goal is to be aware of the added sugars in processed foods and drinks. Make smart choices. Choose water instead of sugary drinks. Pick whole fruits over fruit juices. Cook more meals at home. These small steps can make a big difference. You now have the knowledge to make informed food choices. This is your path to a truly sweeter life. One filled with better health, more energy, and a deeper appreciation for real natural flavors.